Welcome back to the Us vs. Them channel. I'm your host Vince, and we're going to break down the co-main event for the fights this weekend. We got Waldo Cortes-Acosta versus Ante Delija. Cortes-Acosta is sitting at a slight underdog at plus 110, and Delija is sitting at a minus 134 favorite. Before I get into the breakdowns, if I could just remind you guys, like this video, subscribe to the channel, all that shit, and we really appreciate that. So let's get into the breakdowns. This fight can be kind of tricky to predict, but the one thing that I can predict fairly confidently is that Delija is not going to come into this fight and walk through Waldo Cortes-Acosta like he did against Marcin Tybura. Marcin Tybura is just not the same type of fighter that Cortes-Acosta is at this current points in their career. So I don't, I think so when you look at the Vegas odds for method of victory, you're going to see that Delija by knockout is the most likely outcome based on their odds. But I just don't see that to be the case. I really don't. They're expecting this dude to walk in here and walk through Cortes-Acosta, and that's just not going to happen. And it's because Cortes-Acosta has a really, really durable chin, and he's got really good defensive boxing. So he rolls with punches really well, and he also has really good footwork too. So he's able to evade strikes and anticipate them and not get touched by them a lot easier. So just given his striking defense, I just don't see Delija being able to go in there this weekend and getting a KO. Although we have seen Cortes-Acosta be really defensively sound, like I said, he's never been knocked out. He's got a really good durable chin. He doesn't get land on cleanly. He rolls good with punches. He does all the right things. But all this does come at a price for him. And that price is that he has a tendency to not throw enough output. We saw that in the Sergey Pavlovich fight, where Pavlovich outstruck him for pretty much the entire fight. And this is the most recent fight for Pavlovich. So this is a Sergey Pavlovich that is on the tail end of his career for sure. So getting outstruck by Sergey right now at this point just doesn't carry the same weight that it probably used to earlier in his career. The lack of volume is definitely going to be a concern that has been a concern for Cortes-Acosta in the past. And it definitely gives me some reason for concern in picking him this weekend. It is worth noting that Delija trains with Tom Aspinall at the camp where all the heavyweights and light heavyweights train. If you're watching my channel, you probably already know that, but it's definitely worth mentioning when you're talking about predicting for a fight, especially when it comes to the heavyweight division. Tom Aspinall realizes, and his dad realized that, for a heavyweight fighter to train properly, they have to train pretty much exclusively with heavyweights. And they started making some exceptions with some light heavyweight fighters, that are especially guys that are a little bit bigger. But they have assembled a really good fight camp, and that's the fight camp that Delija is going to be coming out of. It's one of the best, if not the best, fight camp to come out of for a heavyweight in the entire world. So I fully expect that Delija is going to come into this fight prepared, and he's obviously a close training partner for Tom Aspinall. So he's going to come in with good boxing defense, at least for this fight. This is another close pick'em fight, and I think it's a pick'em for a reason. This one's really kind of challenging to pick because I think both guys have the tools to be able to win this fight. Like I said before, if you are leaning towards Cortes-Acosta, or if you're leaning towards Delija, I'd stay away from that knockout prop at plus 250. There's just no value in that prop at all. For a prop that is 250, that does have a lot more value, is the Cortes-Acosta prop by decision. Like I said, that prop's sitting at plus 250, but that's not the prop that I'm picking for my official prediction. What I'm picking for my official prediction is Delija by decision. I think he's going to get this fight done. I think he's got all the tools in the grappling and the striking to get this fight done. And he's just training at a camp where he's making improvements in between fights that is very noticeable. So I think we're going to see a typical fight that goes to decision for Cortes-Acosta, but I think he's going to be on the losing side of it again. So for my official prediction, give me Delija by decision, and that prop is sitting at plus 320. That's all I got for you guys in this breakdown. Stop by for the next one where we're going to talk about Jeremiah Wells versus Themba Gorimbo. That fight has the potential to be really fun to watch, and it definitely has the potential to make some money. So stop by for that one. And that's all I got for you guys, and I'm the fuck out of here.